do you make the best pasty in the world then?
It's a secret.
Noisy now.
The name Pasty comes from the miners as well.
Does it?
Because if they were down working, they'd go Passy, Passy down. So the Pasty would come down.
Right.
That's Cornish. Well, the deal was a pint for a pasty. So I took 16 up there the other week, and I still was like, yeah, I thought we had a deal here.
We should always chuck the last little bit of crust away, out of respect to the miners. And they used to have, yeah, because they'd have arsenic on their hands from the mines, so they'd throw the last little bit away.
Oh, that's my favourite bit, the last
Yeah, I know, it is mine as well.
We're here at Chris's house today.
Pasty time.
Pasty time, that's what it is. We're here at Chris's house. This is a long journey for me because I've always been in search of the best pasty in the world. Now, a lot of people have told me about this pasty and it is meant to be the best pasty in the world. Ian, have you had the pasties?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course, they're amazing.
Are they?
Yeah. They're better than anything you'll buy in the shops around here, definitely.
He makes the best pasties I've ever tasted. The best, and that's really hard to say because there's some good pasty places down here.
So, how much do you like the pasties then, Kira?
Yeah, they're lovely. And
Really?
Yep.
Right, do you want to stay with us while we make them? And you're going to give us all the secrets, aren't you?
Yeah, every last one.
You're going to give up every secret?
I am.
He's got loads of little secrets he does.
Because it's that secret ingredient that makes it.
No one knows about.
That no one knows about now, yeah.
And they've got clotted cream in them.
You're just giving me a secret away. They're only by request.
What do you do first?
Well, the first process is to make the pastry, ideally the night before, which combines decent plain flour, butter, lard, some salt and some ice cold water. So that's the plain flour, butter, bit of lard, and a pinch of salt really.
Right.
And to that we just got to add some ice cold water just to try and keep everything cold. So I just, so you just got to make breadcrumbs sort of thing, just break the fat down into the flour.
Yeah.
Before you add the water.
So what sort of pastry is this?
This is just short crust, a hard short crust paste. So now we can put some ice cold water
Ice cold water in it?
Yeah.
And you're doing it all by...
Yeah, just by touch really. You can always add, but you can't take it away. And if you have your pastry too slack, which is too watery, then it doesn't hold its shape in the oven, it just sort of melts.
Okay.
And once you get the right texture, it just brings, it all sort of starts to come together, and you can sort of clean the bowl out with it.
Is that looks like it's nearly there now?
Nearly there.
Yeah, and tiny bits at a time, eh?
Yeah. Once it's started to bind, then you can just, it just picks up everything left up in the bowl really. And you know it's about right then. I roll it into a cylinder, because then once you're ready for your pastry, you can just cut it and weigh it off, and then you end up with pieces like that. I made that pastry last night, so that's been in the fridge so it's nice and firm. If you tried to roll that out now, it would just be a nightmare. It would be so tough and it would just be, you wouldn't be able to work with it. So that can just go in the fridge now until we're ready for it.
That's good, because I just thought you were rolling it like that so you could do some smutty joke.
Yeah, you could have a smutty joke. I've done, yeah. Do you want a smutty joke?
Yeah, go on then. That's a bit too good.
Once that's cut up and weighed, we weigh everything so it's all, you get sort of everything looking the same rather than some big ones, small ones. And
okay, so there is actually some
there's a little bit of
some technology involved in this along the line.
Not a lot, but so then just roll them out into sort of maybe 8 to 10 inch circles.
Oh god, yeah, you can see how much firmer that is than the ones you just made.
Yeah.
So that's just been in the fridge overnight?
That's been, yeah, it has, yeah. The potatoes and swede and onions are sourced from the local farm about 5 minutes away, and beef skirt comes from a West Country herd, so within half an hour radius. Unfortunately, This isn't. That's salt, pepper, clotted cream and some butter.
Has any of that stuff been cooked yet?
No, that's all raw.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's why you need to give it about an hour and a half in the oven, so everything is cooked through. With a bigger bowl.
And you are spending a lot of time doing that? Is that just because you like the feel of it in your hand?
No, I don't like the feeling of it, but it's just to make sure everything, when you put it into the pastry, you've got a bit of everything, rather than if you just thought, sod it, I'll just leave it like that, you might end up with a handful of bland potato or
yeah, well, quite
no
a lot of pasties
or,
will have a big lump of that meat.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It don't work well.
No, because you start biting into it and it's all potato and you think, where's the meat in this? And then all of a sudden, bang, you get a big piece of stringy meat.
Yeah.
And then it's gone, and then there. So then what you need to do is just get not too much, not too little, and just compress it so it sits in the pastry without falling apart. And just make sure it's all sealed in. Just make sure all your filling's in, and then basically you just got to turn it over. So again, just make sure the filling's all trapped in the pastry.
Yeah.
And it's just turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch. The slower you do it, the worse it looks. Then what we do is just egg wash them, which is a couple of eggs, free range of course, and some milk.
Where are the eggs from?
Bill. Yeah, these are from Alfred Lee, which is only about 10 minutes away. And another trick is to, some people, when they call it egg washing, they just, if you do that, you don't get a nice even coat, because if you take your time, the end product's much better.
I'm glad we didn't have the egg wash and that piece of pastry here at the same time, because I hate to think what you would have done.
Right, so that's good. Then the last thing is just to put a little air roll in the top to let the steam come out.
How long have they been in the oven?
They've been in an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, what temperature?
180 to start, and then say 40 minutes on 140, 150.
What, so 180 for about half an hour?
Yeah, so like an hour and a half in total, half and half really. A nice hot temperature just to get everything closed in, and then just cook them a bit more slowly to finish them, so everything inside the fillings is soft and cooked really.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we have a look then?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Do you want to choose one?
Do you know, if I had to choose,
Which one would you
I'd
go
go
for?
for that one, because it's not as deep as the others.
You need to fill it kind of for that. Filling. Do you want some tomato sauce on it?
Don't be sacrilege. Oh Lord, Jesus.
Can't have tomato sauce.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Go on.
My first bite of
From the crust side.
arguably the best pasty I've ever eaten. It's gonna be with a bit of the crimping on it.
Yeah, cool.
Because that makes it, doesn't it? Yeah, it is fantastic. I might cry.
I'll make sure that it tastes alright. I'm going to go for the bigger end.
I'm going to go for that end now.
Is that alright?
It is the best pasty ever.
Honestly.
It is, yeah, it's the best one I've ever had.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
You've got
You
crumbs
can
on
wet
it.
yourself.
I have, but don't film
Yeah.
from it now. Don't film down.
Your mum ever teach you not to speak with your mouth full?
I never do.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. No pasty's ever had a 10 out of 10. And I can understand why they're all going on about it in the pub.
If you could change anything?
No, pastry's perfect.
Seasoning? Too much, too little?
No, it's spot on.
Cool.
There's nothing. It is perfect. And the meats, there's no.
Yeah, it's not chewy.
There's no gristle in it.
No, that's right. It's one of the cheaper cuts of meat, but because it's cooked for so long, it's alright.
Thank you. Your floor's a bit of a mess.
Sorry. It's alright.
That's incredible. And that is.
But so basic.
Can I try one now?
Mm-hmm.
Here's that one. That one looks pretty good. Where's your knife?
amazing is they're so moist, but the pastry maintains its
not
integrity. It's still crispy.
That looks good.
Not crispy, but really firm.
Yeah, it hasn't
it's
gone
not
soggy.
biscuity, but
no.
Very good.
can you see how moist it is and how flaky the pastry is? And just because of what Ian said,
Ditch it.
yeah, crazy dog.
Rocks.
Willow, Roxy.
Sit down.
Sit.
Paul.
Sit, please.
Sit down, please.
Not you, special dog.
Yeah.
Feisty. Best pasty in the world ever.
Cool. I'm glad you like it.
Well done, mate.
No worries.
Yeah, spot on. That was cool.
I know, we said that. But
I know, he's a bit
Excited.
sexually charged.
Yeah, making plastic does it to it.
That's a good one. Perfect seasoning. That's nice.
It's the best pasty I've ever had.
I'll be
Lovely
an
to
hour
meet
and a
you.
half. You take care.
And
Next
before you
time
go,
I
I'd just
go,
like to say that you weren't the nightmare everyone told me you were going to be.
It was actually a nightmare.
Yeah, not you.
Steph.
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 Yeah, it's alright.
Sort of anyone in the pub, really. Looks a bit cold, doesn't he?
Cold.
It's been a while since I've been home, and I'm wondering what it's gonna be like. I've never been